What's up YouTube, Gemini Johnny back again with another compilation of creepy TikToks to make you question everything. This is day 6 of the 25 days of creepy, where I'm taking you through the weirdest, creepiest, and most disturbing footage I can find every single day for the month of December. And we're counting down to the 25th for the ultimate insert your holiday here marathon. Because we're celebrating all the holidays. This is a non-discriminatory creepy reaction series, and we love all the holidays. Pick one, I don't care. That's what I did, and I celebrate all of them. Who's gonna stop me? You don't have to pick one holiday. You can celebrate all of them. Nobody's gonna stop you. You're not gonna get in trouble. It'll be okay. If you haven't already, check out my Out of Place Artifacts video. I'll link it right up there so you can watch it after you're done with this one. It's not very long and it's really interesting, I think. Some of my most favoriteest topics. So I think it's really interesting. So you should go watch it. That's enough blabbering. I don't know. You can check out the merch store if you want. It's down there. You'll find it. You know how this thing works. But without further ado, let's jump right in.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu هذا مكان مسلمين.
Mohammed Imran posted this scary Jinn activity in Saudi Arabia 4 years ago. Is this the guy? It's the same brown, like, abandoned building. We're gonna find out. Kind of sounds like him.
أنا متحسن بذكر الله عز وجل ولن يضرني إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله لي بسم الله. بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله أعوذ بالله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Ooh, slamming the crap out of the door.
لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه. بسم الله. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
That's a strong ghost.
الله القوي وأنتم ضعفاء.
I made jokes before about
الله القوي وأنتم ضعفاء.
ghosts just throwing around forks and stuff because they can't lift very much. They need to hit the gym. Ghost getting small. This ghost is strong. This ghost does not miss leg day.
حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء. الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء.
Oh, whoa. Like, this is... See, like, you can see the door opening and shutting on its own, and he runs to see no one behind the door. Yeah, like, I don't see any, I mean, I have had viewers catch cuts in these that I didn't see. So if you ever catch a cut in a video that proves that it's probably fake, definitely tell me in the comments. But I don't see any cuts in this. Like, I don't know how you would fake this. It's another one of those that the reaction sells me, because you can hear the fear, you know? You can hear how terrified that guy was. And I'm not sure if anyone speaks that language and you recognize him from my past videos. There's been like 2 in the past that I think was the same guy. And I don't know if he just explores different abandoned buildings or if that was all the same building. But every one of his videos are really good. And if that's all one person, or even if it's not, all of those videos are really good. But whoever it is catching these, they're getting really good footage, and I think it's all the same guy, but it's hard to tell because I don't know the language, obviously. I mean, I guess it's not obvious, but I don't know the language. Yeah, if that's not fake footage, like, it's really compelling evidence. And again, as with all of these, of course it could be fake, but man, that was good. And again, unless that guy's taking acting classes on the side, I don't know that he could pull off a performance like that.
Yo. You see movement then? Yeah. Move the light. Yo. Yo.
I've seen this one before, but...
The fuck is that?
This is like the long version. I've never seen the long version, so... We'll do it.
You see that face?
Yeah, see, we've never seen him go inside. I've only ever seen him from the outside for this video.
What's that noise, bro? Oh, it's a red light outside, that, isn't it? Hello? Which one is it?
Probably the one that looks like a hamster room. Look for a wheel or a plastic ball.
I can hear somebody. Yo, there's dinging and beeping and... Is that the window there? Yo. Hello? Isn't it? Hello? Yo. Hello? Yo, go upstairs, dude. Hello? Hey, what the f is that? Is that downstairs? Hello? There's someone down there, bro. How can they? I'm confused. Huh? In that room. Hello?
Weird.
Hello? We're hearing. Hello?
Man, that was wild. So it's weird. I've seen the beginning of that where you see like the hamster face person in the window. I've seen that like 100 times, but I didn't know that all the rest of that was a part of that video too. And then the ending where they like go down the stairs through the door and they hear the knock. I've seen that a bunch of times too, but I've never seen those together. I had no idea that those all went together. It's crazy.
This footage was taken late at night by a police dash cam. The police was apparently doing a routine traffic stop. In the footage, we can see the police officer bending down and talking to the driver. Then all of a sudden, a beam of light seems to surround and completely engulf the officer. When the light goes away and everything settles, the officer is completely gone. He seemingly vanished into thin air. After the driver who was stopped witnesses this happen, in fear of his life, he decides to put it in drive and flee the scene. Lots of people think this police dashcam captured a real alien abduction, because as you may know, aliens are said to shoot down beams of light and suck people up into the sky. And that's exactly what looks like is happening here.
And then the car just drove away. Like maybe the driver was an alien. Maybe the driver did that. But I was thinking the aliens came and abducted him, and then the driver just drove away. If I was the driver, I probably would have went and got on the CV, been like, y'all aren't gonna believe this shit.
This is why you should be scared of mirrors. Reddit user Liberated Man said that when he was about 12 years old, he woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. He walked across the hall to the bathroom, hit the lights, and was about to reach for the toilet when he glanced up and saw a face in the mirror. It wasn't his face. He said that it was if someone was on the other side, standing to the right, with their face right next to the glass, staring at him. He only saw it for the briefest moment, but it seared into his brain. He screamed and ran out to find his dad. His dad, of course, investigated and then calmed him down, or tried to. They had a prayer session because he was so freaked out. Eventually, he went back to sleep. He said that fast forward to his 30s, he had forgotten all about the event, until one night, while visiting, his dad quietly brings it up. He said, "Remember that one time you saw a face in the mirror?" It suddenly came back to him in a rush of a memory, sending a chill down his spine. He said, "Yeah, I remember." And then his dad said, "Well, sometimes I think about that night." He looked down at the floor with a serious expression, and then he said, "I saw it too." He went on to describe exactly what Reddit user Liberated Man had seen. Neither of them have any idea what it was. Apparently, when his dad went to investigate, he saw it and had a freak out of his own. And the prayer session was as much for his own nerves as it was his son.
Surveillance footage in 2007. The Fresno Nightcrawler is a strange humanoid creature that appears to glide silently through the night, its long, thin legs resembling those of a puppet. The footage has baffled experts and ignited a storm of speculation as to the creature's origins and intentions. Some believe it to be an extraterrestrial entity, while others speculate that it is a supernatural being or even a manifestation of the collective human unconscious. Despite numerous sightings over the years, the Fresno Nightcrawler remains one of the most enigmatic and elusive creatures in paranormal lore, leaving many to wonder what other mysteries lurk in the darkness of the
Why was she just standing there all smug, like, as if, like, showing it? I told you. That was, what was that? Anybody know who that is? And if that's, like, her thing? That was really weird. I didn't like that. She was just, this is a video. Yeah, why was she so smug? As if, like, we're supposed to know what that is, with no explanation that she was offering. Get out of here, lady. Think you can just stand there and stare at the camera and do nothing and just play a video? I don't know why that upset me so much. We gotta... You see how... See, now I've seen that video before too, and when I've seen it in the past, it's always been much worse quality than that one. But now that I see that in, like, somewhat decent quality, it looks super fake. And it just goes to prove, it just goes to, there's more evidence for my theory that if you want to fake a video, make it really bad quality, then nobody can tell. Not that that's, like, groundbreaking. If you have a video that's in bad quality, you're not gonna be able to tell the nuances of it. But still, if you want to make a fake video, make it as security cam footage and then export it at, like, 280p or 240p or whatever. Because that was at least 720, and I could tell. I mean, or maybe it wasn't, and I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. What would I know about editing videos and special effects?
It all began with a man named Don Julian, who lived alone on Xochimilco Island, south of Mexico City. One day, he found the body of a young girl who had drowned in the canal. Soon after, he began to hear strange noises and whispers, and he believed the girl's spirit was haunting him. To appease her spirit, he started collecting dolls and hanging them from the trees on the island.
Oh.
But it didn't stop there.
This is that island, the doll island.
Julian became obsessed with the dolls, and he would search for them in trash cans and other places. He even traded vegetables from his garden for dolls. The dolls have made this island a creepy tourist attraction, but some believe that the dolls are still possessed by the spirits of the dead, and they say that if you listen carefully, you can still hear the whispers and cries of the lost souls.
Oscar Mueller hears a knock at his door. He opens it to find one of his neighbors telling Oscar not to use the bathroom on the first floor. Oscar asks why, and the neighbor calmly explains, It's blocked up with guts. Naturally, this piques his curiosity, so he walks upstairs, opens a bathroom stall, looks inside the toilet, and sees crimson-colored water and the remains of what appears to be an animal. He calls a local plumber who inspects the bathroom thoroughly, but he makes a different conclusion. These are definitely not the remains of an animal, but rather a child. Joachim Kroll is born April 17th, 1933 in Poland during World War II. He's the youngest of 8 kids, and his family, like many other families at this time, are suffering from extreme poverty. Joachim's father is taken as a prisoner of war by the Russian army, leaving him and his 7 siblings with a single mom. He's seen as the weak link of the family, both physically and mentally, with his IQ of 76, and he's also the only one in the family that can't read. This causes him to struggle immensely in school, where Joaquin's forced to repeat grades multiple times until eventually he decides that he's had enough. At age 15, Joaquin drops out of the 4th grade and begins working full-time with his mom on the family farm. It's there that he sees a pig being slaughtered for the first time, and this experience deeply changes him, but more on that later. Joaquin then begins his first romantic relationship with a girl, but she's very critical of him, so he sees it as a complete failure. He then starts obsessing over death, because you can't criticize someone when you're dead, and it becomes an integral part of his sex life. At around the same time, in 1955, Joaquin's mother passes away, and this tragic event, coupled with his morbid curiosity, sends Joaquin down a spiral of very concerning behaviors, and it starts with blow-up dolls. He has countless of them, scattered all throughout his apartment, and at first uses them how they're supposed to be used, but eventually he takes things even further. He already likes the fact that the dolls don't move or speak, but it's strangling them that really fulfills his dark, twisted desires. Just 3 weeks after his mother's death, Joaquin lures a teenage girl to a barn under the premise that he's giving her a nice gift. He then strangles the poor girl to death and subjects her body to unspeakable acts that become signature aspects of his future killings. Joaquin's next known murder takes place 5 years later in June 1959 in an almost identical fashion. However, this time he takes pieces of the young girl's body parts, wraps them up, and cooks them for dinner. These 2 killings spark a murder spree that spans over the course of 20 years and result in the deaths of 13 women ages 4 to 61. The murders all have similar details and consist of Joaquin luring women to a remote location, strangling them with his bare hands, and doing whatever he pleases with their bodies post-mortem. However, in the case of 13-year-old Petra Gies, he uses the girl's own scarf to take her life on Easter Sunday 1962. Also, just 4 years later, he drowns 5-year-old Ilona Hark by holding her head underwater in a nearby stream, simply because he wants to know what it feels like to drown someone. This all comes to an end though on July 3rd, 1976, when police receive a call from one of Joaquin's neighbors, Oscar Moeller, who tells them the waste pipe in his apartment is blocked up and he and the plumber have an idea of what's been blocking the pipe. When police arrive on scene, they too recognize that the remains inside the toilet are that of a young girl. Coincidentally, a local neighborhood girl has recently gone missing, so when police go to Joaquin's apartment to investigate, they're stunned to see the body of 4-year-old Marianne Ketter cut into pieces. Some are in the refrigerator, some are in the boiling pot that he's actively cooking, and many are in the waste pipe. Now, I want you to think back to the beginning of the story. Joaquin literally told his neighbor that there are guts in the pipe and proceeded to be cooking them at the same time. Just a reminder that this man is not the brightest, and it is shocking to me that it took police this long just to find him. Joaquin's arrested and immediately confesses to 13 other murders and 1 attempted killing over the past couple decades. And when asked why he's cutting off portions of his victims and eating them, he simply claims that he was doing it to save on his grocery bills. After being forced to demonstrate the killings through a series of haunting reconstruction pictures, Joaquin Kroll is charged with 8 murders and 1 attempted murder. In April 1982, he's sentenced to life in prison but dies just 9 years later of a
Ooh, man. I feel like I need to go take a shower after that video. That was rough. And I think we got the whole story. I don't think there was a part 2. It was like an 8-minute TikTok, but I think we got the whole story. And it's always fun. Man, I've never heard of that guy. I've heard of a lot of serial killers, but I've never heard of that guy. Joaquin. I think that's who Joaquin Phoenix is named after.
He visited his son, even in the afterlife. A mother who recently lost her husband was with her son at home one day when she noticed her baby began to recognize someone standing by his bedside.
Who is it? Who is it?
As she asks him, who is he looking at? He points at a picture of his father.
Who's that? Who's up there? Who is it? Who is it? Who? Who is it?
The mother believes this is the spirit of her husband looking over his son from the other side.
That was a little bit happier note. I'm glad they put those back to back because in that other one I needed the palette cleanser. And I think I'm gonna end it there before I get another one of the ones like before. It's like an 8-minute video that's really dark and makes me feel gross. Yeah, man, I hope there's some kind of afterlife where like people that died too young get to be with their family in spirit throughout their life. That's sweet. I like the thought of that. There you have it, folks. That is day 6 of the 25 days of creepy in the books. We did it. We done it. We're doing it some more. If you're enjoying this series, be sure and check out the entire playlist in the description below. And as I keep saying, go check out my Out of Place Artifacts video. It took a lot of work. Let me know your favorite part, or if I messed up anywhere. Go let me know in the comments. All right, well, until next time, which is tomorrow, stay creepy.